Hello and welcome to my channel, City Greens. I appreciate you tuning in. It's always good to see you guys back, and if there's any newcomers, welcome. In this channel, we try to make city gardening, urban gardening, easy, specifically focusing on fruits and vegetables. If you live in the hardiness zone 6A, which of course I do, we're about 3 to 4 days in the growing season. And you may be wondering, if you've been watching some of my videos again, why am I inside when this is a gardening channel? You should be outside. Well, unfortunately it rained again last night, and again the soil is just wet, and I don't really want to get all dirty. And I wanted to actually kind of dovetail into I've been wanting to talk about this stuff, and it's the fruit tree fertilizer I use on all my fruit trees out there, the ones I just planted and the ones that are a little bit older. And this is by Dr. Earth. And just a disclaimer, I'm not getting any sort of money from this talk or anything like that. This is just one farmer, if you will, to another. That's it. And a little spoiler, I only have good things to say about this. So if you have fruit trees, I highly recommend this stuff. And it basically has almost everything that I can think of that you would need to get a fruit tree to to stay healthy and have a long and very prosperous life. So the first thing that's important, right, is a fertilizer within whatever you're feeding the plant. And this has the ratio of 5:5:2. And if you look on the back here, it's hard to read, so I'll just read it off for you. It has total nitrogen of 5%, the phosphates 5%, and the potash is 2%, which that's the ratio that you want to stick to with fruit trees. And when they say fruit trees, they mean like all fruit trees: citrus, avocado, your normal fruit trees that you would grow up in the north like I am, the cherries and the plums and so on and so forth. This is also good for fruit vines and berries, and you can even put this with your nut trees as well. So, it covers everything. It's non-GMO, which is always important. What I wanted to point out, and this is, I think, why this stuff is so great, is because if you can see down here, you might be able to, it has a True Bionic inside. And on the back here, it tells you what that is. Basically what this is, it says True Biotic is a broad spectrum biological soil inoculant. It consists of beneficial soil microbes and mycorrhizae fungi designed to bring life to all soil types in backyard gardens or container plants. I can't highlight that part enough, especially about the mycorrhizae fungi. When your soil on its own, unless you live in an area, and I'm just going to put this down for now, unless you live in an area that has excellent soil, chances are you're not going to get, number one, the level of microbes and the diversity of microbes, but you're probably not also going to have the mycorrhizae. And what is mycorrhizae? Mycorrhizae is a fungi. And there's actually, I think, about 5 or so microbials that are in the soil. And the great thing about the mycorrhizae is it allows plants to draw up more water and nutrients. And if you look online, you'll see pictures of that where there was a plant that wasn't treated with microbials and mycorrhizae, and you'll see one that has, and you can just tell the plant is much healthier. The roots are bigger. It looks like it's on steroids. And if you have an interest in making, more fruit or your vegetable plant or whatever, you want to maximize the yield of it. So let's shift real quick back to the microbials. Aside from the nutrient cycling process that happens when you have the microbials, You're also what also happens is these microbials produce hormones and other chemicals to also stimulate plant growth. Aside from those wonderful benefits, it prevents infections and pathogens. So, you know, I would 100% every single day recommend this product because it's fantastic. It's got everything you need. There's nothing really bad I can say about this. I've been using this myself and I've never had a problem with it. And my plants, my fruit trees are still here. So it's in, as you probably have heard in my videos, my soil is terrible. So this is kind of the reason why I wanted to get into this, to put some of this down because of that, because I knew it wasn't really getting what it needed. In terms of, you know, how much you're going to go through this, it's every 2 months you need to feed the plant. Now that varies based on whether you just planted it or it's established, the size of the trunk. You know, for example, let's say you have an established fruit tree. It says use 1 cup for every inch of trunk diameter, and you measure that about 4 to 6 inches above the soil line. And then you need to work that into the soil. That's very, very important. Don't just sprinkle it around the trunk, work it in the soil, and then obviously you need to water it thoroughly. And, you need to do it every 3 months when it's established, my bad. For fruit vines, it's every 2 months. So, long story short, pay attention to the directions on here, and you can't go wrong. So, you know, that's the lesson for the day. The lesson in summary again is use your fertilizer. I mean, why wouldn't you? That's the whole point is to maximize the yield and, you know, find and do every little cheat you can so that you know, you'll have a good harvest. All right, well, that's it for today. I appreciate you tuning in. Again, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe, that's great. I'm always interested to hear, you know, what you guys think about the content. And hey, let me know if you want me to cover something that I haven't covered yet. I know it's very, very early in my, you know, my YouTube video making career, if you will. So there's a lot to cover, but you know, let me know how you want to be, what you want to learn, and I'll try to you know, touch upon it. All right, well, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.